Hello, I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we are going to be making some brown stew chicken. It's the end of the month. We've been celebrating Black History Month, and at work we're having a soul dinner at work, and everybody's asked to bring a dish, so I offered to take brown stew chicken. So since I'm going to be making brown stew chicken, I figured I'd make it online so you could see exactly how to make it. So let's get started so I can show you how to make this chicken. The first thing that we always do whenever you're going to cook chicken is you always have to clean your chicken first. I know there's some people that just buy the chicken out of the pack, take it out, season it, and cook it. No, we don't do that. You have to clean your chicken. And the way I clean my chicken is I soak it in, I have here some water, some salt, and some lemon. Right here, this is how I took all the skin off the chicken. I cut as much fat off as I could. And then I put some salt all over this, and I squeezed some lemon juice inside of it. I had this soaking here for about 20 minutes. So now I'm going to rinse it all off really well, and I'm going to season it. So let me go ahead and rinse it, and then I'll come back so we can start seasoning it up together. Okay guys, so my chicken is nice and clean over here. As I showed you, I cut off as much fat as I could off of it, and I took all the skin off, and it's nice and clean, just washed it. So now I'm going to go ahead and season this meat up. Now, I'm not going to measure what I'm going to put in here because it's kind of difficult to measure. I just sprinkle some stuff in here. Now, the seasonings, the spices that I'm using, you don't have to use the ones that I'm using. You can use whatever you have in your pantry. Whatever flavors you like, you use your own flavors. This is what I have in my pantry that I'm using, okay? But you can use the same thing if you like, or you can use your own. So let's get this meat seasoned up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to season this meat tonight. I'm putting this in the refrigerator. I'm going to let it marinate, and tomorrow I'm going to cook it. Okay? Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm going to cook it tomorrow. And that is what you can do. I mean, you can cook it at the same time, but if you marinate it and put it down for a while, the flavors just soak into the chicken and it tastes even better. Okay? So let's get started. So over here, I have some jerk seasoning. I'm going to put some of this jerk seasoning in here. And this jerk seasoning is this is mild, so it's not very spicy, it's mild. I'm not going to put any other pepper in here because, as I told you, I'm taking this to work. This is the end of the month, the end of February. We've been celebrating Black History Month. So because this is the end of the month, we're having a soul food luncheon. So all the teachers, everyone is getting together, and everybody's bringing a different dish. So as I said, I'm taking this one, okay? So there goes my jerk seasoning. So to that, I'm going to add a little all-purpose seasoning. You can add any kind of all-purpose seasoning that you like, anything that's your favorite, anything that you prefer. And I'm just going to season it up. Just pour some over it like that. I have here this is some minced garlic. I am just going to put some in. I'm going to put some in here. I have here some garlic powder. I'm also going to add a little of that to it as well. And I'm not going to put any more pepper in here because people complain, oh, it's too spicy. This is ground ginger. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize the cover was off. But that's good. That's not too much. That's good, just a little bit. Some ground ginger in there. I'm going to put some paprika. This is smoked paprika. Put some in there. I have over here some parsley flakes. I'm going to add some in there. What else do I have here? I think this is it. This is bay leaf. I don't think I'm gonna add this in the saucepan when I start to cook it, so I'm not gonna add that right now. I'm gonna add some ketchup. And as I said, you add whatever your favorite seasonings are that you have, you add. You don't have to add this. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna mix it up really well to make sure everything is mixed in. Oops. Once I mix that in well like that, the next thing I'm gonna do, let me rinse my hand. This is browning. Now you can make your own browning, but this is so much easier to just buy a bottle of browning to do, because when you make browning, it kind of messes up your saucepan. And you just pour a little bit of this in here. You just pour a little bit because you can always add more if you think that you don't have enough. And I'm going to take my hand in there again, and I'm just going to go in and mix this up well. And that's what gives it the brown color. That's why it's called brown stew chicken, because that browning give it the brown color. Okay, that's it. I have some foil paper over here. I'm going to put some foil paper on that. And I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator. I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator, and tomorrow I will be back to show you what I'm going to do next. Okay guys, this is my chicken here that I was marinating overnight. So what I have here is a pot with some oil in it that's hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken in here. I'm going to brown the chicken a little bit. So my stove is at medium high because I don't really want to cook the chicken. I just want to give it a little brown color. So I'm going to put the chicken in here just for a few minutes, just to brown it on both sides. And after that, I will take it out and then I'll start to make this stew. As I said, I'm not cooking it here, I'm just browning it. Now as you see, I took all the skin off my chicken. I cut as much fat off as I possibly can. And we're making brown stew chicken, guys. So let that brown for a minute. So over here is my chicken that I put in a little bit of oil and browned a little bit. In this bowl right here is a liquid from the chicken that was marinating. I'm gonna use that, so let that sit there. In here is my saucepan where I browned the chicken a little bit. I have some more olive oil in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I like to add a little bit of butter to my oil, flavor it up. That's like 2 tablespoons of butter in here. Now to that, I'm gonna add my garlic and just marinate that in there a little bit. Next, after marinating that, I'm gonna add my onions and my scallions right here. And mix that up and marinate that as well for a few minutes. After I saute this for a few minutes, it comes to like a translucent color. Then I'm going to add my fresh thyme. I add the whole thing in there like that. And I have my bell peppers. I'm gonna add everything one time. I have my potatoes that was soaking here in a little water. I'm gonna add my potatoes in there. Everything I'm adding in. I'm gonna add my tomatoes in here. I'm gonna add my carrots in there. I'm also gonna add 1 cup of lima beans to that. I'm gonna mix this up well. To this, I'm gonna add a few things to this. I sprinkle just a little bit of salt, not too much. A little more paprika. Put a little bit in there. We're seasoning this up. A little more garlic powder, even though we have garlic in there already. Even though I have tomato, I'm gonna add some more tomato ketchup. Some more all-purpose seasoning. And I'm gonna stir this up for a few minutes. I'm gonna add this to the chicken, but just remember, chicken cooks in just a few minutes. Chicken does not take that long to cook. Okay, so this is fine right here. I seasoned this all up. I'm gonna add now to that more browning. I'm not gonna add any hot pepper because the people that I work with, they can't handle the pepper sauce. Cannot. I made some curry chicken before and I took there and it was too spicy. So we're not gonna add any hot sauce to this. We're just gonna add, you know, our regular stuff. I'm gonna add a little more browning just to give it a little browner color. And that's it, guys. Now it's starting to take on the color that I want. Now, to all of this, what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna switch pots. We got 2 saucepans here we're dealing with. I'm gonna put this on here, this big sauce, this chicken. This is a lot of chicken. That's why I'm using that big saucepan instead of this one. I'm gonna take all of this that we just marinated here, all of this, and we're gonna put it in here. All of that good stuff we're gonna add to here. Make sure you get it all out. Yes, good. And we're just gonna give this a little stir. We're gonna put our cover on and we're gonna leave it and let it cook, let the chicken cook. And then we're gonna come back when it's all cooked and we'll taste it and see. But right now, I'm just gonna put a cover on and leave that. I'm not adding any liquid or anything to it. I have my liquid here. If I need liquid at the end, if it starts to dry out, I have liquid to add to it. But right now, we're gonna leave it because chicken creates its own liquid. I'm gonna lower my stove, put my cover on, and just let it sit there and cook. Okay, guys, everything is cooked. The chicken is cooked. I am going to go ahead and taste this for you and tell you exactly what it tastes like. Ooh, that is good. It's missing a little bit of pepper, but it's okay. Now, what I'm gonna do to this, guys, is because of the liquid in here, I'm going to thicken it up a little bit. I'm gonna let the gravy thicken up for a minute, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna taste it and tell you exactly what it tastes like. Brown stew chicken is all done. Here we are. It looks delicious. And I want to go ahead. I made some brown rice. And I, of course, you know me, I like a sweet potato. So I put a piece of potato right next to it. So I want to go ahead and give it a try and tell you exactly what it tastes like. So let's go. Get a piece of chicken. A piece of chicken. A little bit of rice. And here we go. That is good. Very flavorful. Guys, when you're cooking your food, use as much fresh vegetables as you can. This is really good. Let me try it again. Have a little potato in here. A little carrots over here. A little carrots over here. That is good. Guys, if you want to make brown stew chicken, just follow the recipe. Comes out good every time. I had fun making this. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. That's letting me know that you enjoy watching the video. And I appreciate it. I thank you for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. You haven't subscribed already. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I had fun. And I hope you have fun making some for your family as well. Until next time, bye-bye.